Big man in the middle, same Menenga. Karim Lopez, the future NBA draft pick, still on a minutes restriction, as he has been for a majority.
It's propaganda.
Propaganda, you say? PJC to get us underway. Brockington finally found the bottom of the net at the start of the Ignite Cup. Can't start the same way here. A player who you nicknamed Isaiah Buckington before he had played a regular season game, Damon, and almost went back on your words.
Yeah, I went a little early, but I got a few more games before I have to seriously consider readjusting. As Malik Lewis tees one off no good, and one rebound already for Karim Lopez.
Well guarded by Nathan Sobey in transition. Foxwell, such a young star of this league, looking to have a real breakout year. Sobey hard through the left. Bucket.
On his favorite left hand, can get to the rack with either hand, actually, but he really likes going left. And you're right about Owen Foxwell, man. He also had a good Boomers Cup campaign in that gold medal winning Asia Cup.
Sobey with back-to-back steals. Again, hard to the rim, draws the contact on the way through. He'll get to the line.
One time he goes left, next time he goes right. Nathan does a great job of putting pressure on the interior defense. If you don't get back in transition with the right attitude, he will make you pay, and he's a great free throw shooter.
Started the season off not in his customary form last year, and a coaching change looked to be the recipe for success for him, and we saw a much more efficient Sobey in the back half of the year.
That's a part of coaching. Coaches sometimes can unlock areas in players' games that you think didn't exist. That's just a part of coaching. Josh King so far has worked out a great working relationship with Sobes.
Sobey knocks down the pair. Of course, don't forget a double-header for your NBL Sunday. United and Taipans coming up after this. Jackson Cartwright, the easiest six he'll get, and Lopez rattles the rim.
Is that a man that looks like he needs minutes restrictions? Scratching his back of his collarbone with the ball. Nice two-hand stuff.
If that's Lopez with a bad back, then God help him when he gets that thing healthy. Foxwell off the screen, rejects it. Nice finish off the board.
Foxwell is going to be aggressive because that's also in his DNA, and he's also going to pick Parker Jackson Cartwright up 94 feet.
Menenga crosses back through the chest of Geordie Hunter. Too big, too strong.
Be all the time, Sam. You see what I'm talking about, Phoenix? He puts the ball on the floor. He can score from a lot of ways. He can post you up and shoot turnaround jumpers. He can shoot the three ball, and obviously he can attack the rim. It's a tough matchup for Geordie Hunter.
You can really see the blueprint and the fingerprints of Josh King on this roster makeup this year, as opposed to what he inherited last season.
Good extra
pass from the corner. That rattles out. Menenga will hunt it down. Fast-paced game so far. Brockington deep into the paint. Menenga tries to draw the foul. He does. And Geordie Hunter, the story of his last couple of years in the NBL has been stay out of foul trouble, Damon.
Yeah, you don't want, Geordie can sometimes have more fouls than shot attempts sometimes, and he is key to this team because he is their only center, with all due respect to Gorjak Gak. You want big minutes out of Geordie Hunter, but he can't get himself in foul trouble early. No ticky-tacky ones.
Menenga connects on the first. And you're right, the only real backup, apart from moving John Brown to the 5, which not his natural position, is Gorjak Gak.
And Gorjak is a quality player, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Geordie Hunter, the championship player from Sydney, needs to be on the court minimum 28 minutes.
6 apiece here, 3 minutes in.
Good pass.
Pass from John Brown. Finds the ducking and diving Nathan Sobey, who's off to a hot start.
This is good offense by the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. A lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement.
Lopez from deep. Can't bank it in. Offensive rebound, straight up and down from Brockington.
Oh, Brockington's bouncy, Felix.
Hey, he's surprised.
Did you see a gather step in there at all?
Did not at all. Delay of game warning there on the breakers. Foxwell getting equally pestered by PJC. Brown, bottom of the net.
Now, John Brown III won't shoot the 3 ball, but he will get to his sweet spots around that elbow area, and he can definitely knock those down at a high clip.
Brockington guarded closely in the corner. PJC gets into the paint, draws the contact, cannonballs into the chest of Brown. But the reach-in contact on the pass looked to have come first.
And this one you got to be careful guarding Parker, Jack. You can pick him up full court and pressure him, but when he gets into the half court, you want to really be able to contain this guy. He wants to get into the key. And right now, Owen Foxwell just gave him too much of a driving lane, and good things are always going to happen for Parker.
I think I'll go out on a limb and say the Parkers can get by anyone in this league. It's the help defense that he is most concerned about.
That's fair.
Heavily pressured inbound, ends up in the hands of Menenga. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson works to the middle. Lopez.
Oh,
can he get up? Almost a superstar slam from Lopez. You've seen that before in league overseas.
He tried to pull a Tracy McGrady.
And PJC will get it back. Karim Lopez with a whole lot of confidence. Baker bumps that one off the front rim. Brockington peppers that one in.
Wow, where does Karim get the minerals to even attempt something like that? As Isaiah Brockington just elevates over everybody for an easy deuce.
As my college coach would say, balls to take it, balls to make it. Didn't pay off that time, but it would have been a highlight reel for the ages.
Thank you. Stop. Next room. 14. 14.
Ruben Tarangi checks in for Rob Baker. Rob Baker the second, and Ruben Tarangi had a great game against the Hawks. Well, they all did against the Hawks last round.
Can't connect from the outside. And Brockington will wrestle for it. We're in a rush pre-game, so we couldn't catch up with him. But Cammy Gledden is courtside, and hey, is there a good energy in the building after the big win over Illawarra?
Oh, thanks for talking to me, lads. Jeez, a bit lonely down here, but yes, great energy in here. I think the fans have figured out, you know, we've got a team we can come support that can do some real damage here, and I'm really excited to see the Phoenix. Only 2 games so far this year. I'm keen to see what they've got.
Certainly that small sample size. Sobey from the car park cashes that. Sobey's off to a hot start.
Man, that's some good ball movement. Sobey's on fire right now.
9 points, still 5 minutes remain in the first quarters. Ruben Tarangi just gets a little too pretty with it. Sobey's off to the races again. From the wing, nothing but air.
Ketchalier makes his debut. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen here? Okay.
And Brockington playing with a new air of confidence. Can't get that finish in transition.
The catch was real nice against the New Orleans Pelicans.
Maldonado with a nice pass down low to a wide open Malik Lewis. Defensive breakdown for the Breakers and a 5-point lead to Southeast. PJC left way too open. Can't make it pay.
PJC hasn't found a stroke yet from downtown, only shooting 21%. But he's still got to back himself when he's open. That's his spot,
Brown.
Felix.
It's an old school part of the game, that one dribble mid-range jumper. PJC up top. Gets into no man's land, puts it up, soft, feathery finish with the left.
Tried to tell you, the little man wants to get into the key. I would have liked to have seen Isaiah Brockington be aggressive in transition like that. When you push it down court and you're one-on-one, that's your time to use your athleticism, but he was patient, and Parker rewarded him.
Sobey, 10 seconds on the clock. Alier in the corner. Rattles out. And Menenga being pressured in the backcourt. They'll find a way through. An open space for PJC. Tarangi off the back iron.
And that's what I mean. That's a great pass. He makes the shot. It's an assist. He don't make it.
And Lewis smokes the layup. Next star wrestles for it down low. And Karim Lopez, he wants a replay. Now, I heard on Twitter that people are saying that players are just doing the swirly finger motion way too much, which I would have to agree with.
Right now, Kendrick Davis is the captain of the all-swirly team.
The all-swirly.
The all-swirly team. Kendrick wants you to check everything. Shout out to KD.
Himself on the bench, on the defensive end, anywhere. And that's how you want to model your game. He is a man of high character. He's plied his trade all over the world. And we're incredibly lucky, and especially the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, to have him in this league. Nice cross baseline from Lewis. Gets up, gets it tipped away. Nice defense from Baker.
Good pass.
Menenga controls it in transition. Nice little lay-in.
And that's what you got to do. On a stop, run the floor, get ahead of Parker. And like Liam Neeson, Felix, he will find you.
He will, and Geordie Hunter will find the back of the rim on that three-point attempt. Can't leave Nathan Sobey open like that. Unfortunately, the same result. PJC, guarded by Lewis. Continues working, 10 seconds on the shot clock, now guarded by Brown. Deep into the paint. Menenga can't wrangle the rebound, but the Breakers will come back up with it. Baker can't complete.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 22 dribble offense that Parker just did just then. His arm Foxwell gets out in transition.
Sure you're a fan of that, though.
Ball can't get stuck for that long a period of time.
Brockington works on Sobey. Deep into the paint, fades away. Off the back iron. Southeast pushing the pace. Lewis. Strong drive into the middle. Can't finish. They'll fight for the rebound, and New Zealand will come up with it.
Hey, Cam, what's the mood like down there, man? The Breakers don't seem quite as desperate as they did in the game against the Hawks. What's it feel like?
Oh, he's icing you out, Damon.
That's the second time.
He's icing you out, and I don't blame him.
Probably over. I want an apology when his mic is fixed.
Jackson Cartwright. Baker tries his hand from deep. Bottom of the net.
Nice hit by Rob Baker. The second. Only shooting 30% from downtown, but you can see he's got a nice stroke.
Certainly does. Still wait to find his rhythm with this Breakers lineup as Foxwell again continues to get into the paint at will. Brown from deep.
No good. Hey, Cam, I'm going to ask you one more time. It doesn't seem like the
Baker transition. Geordie Hunter says no.
What's the vibe like down there, Cam? Are the Breakers as desperate as they were against the Hawks last round?
Yeah, it is, boys. Sorry, Damon. Disrespectful from me. Sorry, I'm talking to two NBL legends who you'll see soon, but the vibe is great down here. The competition's high, and what a great play by Geordie Hunter right there.
Almost had another chance to replicate it, but Baker will earn his way to the free throw line. Geordie Hunter, a credit to him. He's a guy who's been dunked on a couple of times, but he will go up and contest anything at the rim. He is fearless, and that's why Josh King values him being on the floor and out of foul trouble so much.
As he's supposed to. And I'm glad to see Rob Baker, the second, in the starting lineup. He's not a guy that you're going to probably run a whole lot of plays for, but he's a guy that can hit spot-up threes, crash the offensive glass, do all those kind of little things. A good complementary player without being a dominant kind of a player.
Certainly has impacts on the game outside of the direct stat sheet. Can't convert the second. 4-point lead to Southeast. Sobey started hot. 11 points to his name so far. PJC stops on a dime, finds Brockington. He tries the miracle layup and can't convert.
And Geordie takes it off the rim. Isaiah Brockington will be frustrated with that finish. I thought he was going to try to elevate and try to dunk it because it was only Foxwell there, but kind of finessed it, and Jordy just knocked it off the rim.
Smart heads-up play there from Geordie Hunter. Foxwell works off the Hunter screen. Finds Sobey wide open on the three-point line. Can't add to his tally, and Lopez will get one around the neck for his trouble.
We got some next star on next star activity. Good box out by Karim. Got Malik Lewis coming over the back.
You haven't given us any Spanish tonight, Damon.
I got plenty of time.
I'm hoping, as a big Karim Lopez fan, that we get to say in fuego a couple of times at least. Lopez. Baker. Can he knock down another one? He can. Nothing but net.
2 in a row.
And a technical foul on the Breakers, I would believe.
Black 3, technical foul, delay of game.
Another delay of game. So their second delay of game warning, which will result in a technical as we have a look at the Amy replay here. Lopez doing a great job of getting into the middle of the key, dishing out to his big man.
Here we go, one shot.
Yeah, he caught Geordie Hunter squeezing. Geordie Hunter disrespecting Rob Baker, the second's three-point work, paid the price. Sam Meninga got caught for delay of game, and that's why Sobey, who rarely misses.
Nathan Sobey, not the sort of guy that you want to be given a free look at that end of the court, because his iron is a problem for the opposition. He's got 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field so far. Maldonado back into the game. Nice pass over the top. Maldonado, nice drive into the paint, gets through, and a nice finish.
Hunter just plays a nice, solid game of basketball. Coming off the bench obviously isn't important, but just makes the right basketball plays. A very big guard.
PJC open drive baseline, gets under. Sweet finish.
Have you ever seen a little dude, Felix, get that many layups with all them 6'10" dudes around the floor?
No, I tried to find you highlights, but the VHS machine wasn't working at home, so unfortunately, I haven't seen anyone of that stature score the ball at will like he does. Lopez off to the races.
They got to know that Rob Baker is on a hat trick right now.
Lopez through the middle. Menenga. It's the bigs doing the damage from the outside. That'll hit nothing but board. Brockington. Menenga will get another chance to earn it the hard way. He'll have to go for 2. 1 point game. Breakers can take the lead.
Phoenix having trouble cleaning the defensive glass in that last couple of possessions, giving up extra shots. Only thing really keeping New Zealand in the game. New Zealand had 8 turnovers in that first quarter. And to only be down
in half, he's not exactly an offensive powerhouse. That's not how he earns his money, both overseas and here. But he's being a quarterback on the defensive end, Damon Lowry.
And it's hurting them right now because they're not playing defense, not to John Brown III's level. And you can just tell with the comments he's making as he's mic'd up. When his playing career is over with, I think he'd be a great coach.
12-point lead for the New Zealand Breakers. You just know that man would have lit a fire under this unit. You can tell by his expression right now that he might have just done that. Can they come out and answer the call in the second half? Or the Breakers, for the first time in 11 months, win consecutive games. Round 7 last season was the last time the New Zealand Breakers won consecutive back-to-back games, Damon. You don't seem as overly impressed with that stat as I was.
I didn't think it was that. Yeah.
Brockington right through the paint. Nice hands there to prevent what would have been an easy tomahawk slam.
Yeah, Foxy got a hand in there. Slide like a fox.
He knows it as well, Brockington. He hates that.
I'm running the play for Meninga, first possession. Or
Lopez
do that.
wide open.
Oh, come on, Kareem. Let the rim go, man. It was going in.
17 years of age, you reckon in a couple of months he'll be tomahawking that thing backwards. Such is the athletic development of these kids, how it comes so quickly as they get older. Southeast just let off the hook first possession. Can they take advantage of it? Sobey teases from deep. Lewis, can he start the fire? He can, cashes it from the corner.
Yep, caught Rob Baker trying to squeeze in there and bump the roller, but you left the corner wide open, and Malik Lewis's three-point game has drastically improved.
Menenga assuming the point guard duties that possession, and John Brown could smell blood in the water, tips it away.
Malik Lewis' three-point percentage in the NBL isn't great, only 14%, but against NBA teams, it's pretty good.
Well, you know what? That's for him as the next star. What he should be worried about. And Karim Lopez whistled for the offensive foul.
And that's a bit of both. That's some of Kareem's fault, but Parker's got to own some of that as well. Let Kareem get set first before you take off.
Foxwell works off the Brown screen.
Same exact
Nice
play.
find in the middle. Lewis turns down another look at it. Foxwell gets his chance from the outside. 2 triples to open up the second half of the Phoenix. They've answered the call.
They ran the exact same action with exquisite ball movement, led to a wide open 3-ball.
Lopez works through the paint. John Brown, can he come up with the steal? He can via technicality. Felix von Hoff, Damon Lowry, and Cam Glidden courtside taking you through this contest. Spark Arena, a place where the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix haven't won. 0-2.
Watch the line, Karim.
Across their franchise's history. Looking to buck that trend today. Margin whittled down to 6 from 12 at the half. Foxwell pressured at the half-court line. Sobey can't add more damage. Foxwell, can he go back-to-back? Cashes it.
Get a timeout.
Timeout, New Zealand. Foxwell's fired up, and the Phoenix are back in this ball game.
3 consecutive triples, all led by that third with last one as we look at the Amy replay. Good extra pass. It came from the corner first from Malik Lewis to Sobey. Sobey to Foxwell, Cash. And then John Brown kept that alive. And Angus Glover hits his old Eltham Wildcat teammate for another 3-ball.
New Zealand getting into their own Ignite Cup medicine.
And here comes mi amigo. Bien aquí. Vamos, Karim.
Well, now I'm worried because Cam Glidden's gone over and said, hey, why is this guy out of the game? And then they've realized, hey, why is he out of the game? And they've subbed him in.
Sometimes you got to just remind the coach that I'm sitting down here. Don't forget about me.
Hey, you know what I'm loving about NBL socials this year?
What?
Your bloody head keeps popping up on it every 10 seconds. You can get behind the scenes of the NBL, follow all the official channels there. You can get the Bird app, X, everything. Instagram, Twitter. I think that's TikTok. It is, yeah, it's TikTok. You can get all on there. Fantastic behind-the-scenes content. There's more NBL content out there than there ever has been before.
Do you have all 5 of those platforms? You have all 5.
I'm a dating app guy.
You got the Cinque Terre.
Cinque what?
Cinque Terre.
Liafa. Tarangi. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Liafa works to the middle, draws the contact. Can't finish, she'll go to the line.
Great penetration. Again, we're just seeing guards lose that depth, that gap. They lose that defensive gap and allowing guys to penetrate in a straight line. Nothing good is going to happen defensively when you allow that to happen.
It's a special day for the New Zealand Breakers as well. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
Cheeky, their mascot. It is his birthday, the Kia Bird, and he's having himself a birthday party at the venue. There is about 12 to 15 different mascots roaming around the joint.
I don't believe you.
It is unbelievable. I was there, luckily, for his last birthday, which is quite the celebration. So happy birthday to Cheeky the Kia Bird. Back out to a 6-point lead for the Breakers. Lewis, can he cut it to 3?
Oh.
In the most unconvincing fashion he can.
Down on the back of the rim and got the nice roll.
Doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in.
And that 14% NBL 3-point percentage is climbing.
Liafa works up top.
Good pass.
Nice little pass to Lowe.
And good catch, Rob Lowe.
He doesn't miss many of those.
The pick and roll play by both teams has been top notch.
Southeast doing a much better job defensively this quarter.
Good shots.
And Josh King will love what he's seeing out there. John Brown fighting away with the young fella. a bit of veteran presence.
I mean, Taylor Brick came across, that was his help, but they're in the bonus already. Now that's 17 fouls, and there's a backup guard, which I know a little bit about. If you want to earn your coach's trust and get more playing time, you cannot be out there making defensive mistakes.
You don't want to make him send Sean Brown III to the line. He's been in high pressure environments his whole life. Phoenix pretty confident from the stripe so far, 9 for 12. Make that 10 for 13.
Now, this is a good old-fashioned arm wrestle right here. It's going to come down to who can execute the best and who's going to make the least amount of defensive mistakes.
Certainly sounds like the recipe to a basketball game.
That's what normally happens.
PJC up top. Great pressure from Brown results in the turnover from the Breakers. Starting to have his impact on the game.
And that's not a defensive stat John Brown gets, but it gets our recognition for a certain award show, Felix.
Yep. Overtime awards on the back end of the year. Foxwell from deep. Off the back iron. Glover will chase it down. Sobey. He turns down the contested look. Brown. Southeast can't take advantage of the extra possession. Picked off by Foxwell. Glover. Back to Foxwell. Draws the contact. Can't get the finish. And looks to have taken some heavy contact on the way through.
Yeah, Parker found himself in an awkward position. But Southeast Melbourne Phoenix did a great job of showing Parker Jackson a wall in transition. Yeah, he just accidentally undercut him.
Ooh, and that is a... we've all seen the footage before, and I know you wince every time you see a replay of an injury, Damon, but I'll say it now, extremely lucky to escape that one without a major injury.
Yep.
You look back and he can't get the free throw. I'm sure he's a little shaken up, as the Andrew Bogut incident was the one that comes to mind, of course. Just you never want to be falling like that with your arm out, and thank God he's escaped that with no injury. Can't convert the two, and in true Foxwell fashion, he's going to fight back for it. And a correction there for Michael Allen, who will overrule and send that one the way of the New Zealand Breakers. 3-point lead to the Breakers, under 30 seconds in this third term. 4-second differential in shot and game clock. Phoenix will get another look at it, barring an offensive rebound. PJC works off the low screen. Heavily pressured by Sobey. Rob Lowe will come up with it. Liafa can't convert. Lopez comes up with the board, can't put it in.
And John Brown got away with grabbing the net.
Last second heave from Foxwell. Almost the miraculous play, and it'll go to three-quarter time. A 3-point lead to the New Zealand Breakers. Southeast Melbourne fought their way back from 12.
3.
I hope not too old. Hopefully we've got a lot of life left in the bird. We've got a basketball game to worry about here. 3-point lead to the Breakers. Look at a string back-to-back wins together for the first time since round 7 last year. And the Phoenix, it's been 17 days since they've played NBL basketball, an NBA game in between. Showed a bit of rust in that second quarter, but they've been back in it since then. Menenga, nice pass to Lopez down low. Looking to control it. Goes upstairs. Next star, crime bucket.
When he just gets by the basket like that, I'm surprised he doesn't post up more. Phoenix are switching a lot of those screens, and Karim can just go right to the front of the rim, just jump over everybody.
I'm sure as his career goes on, he'll certainly find himself close to the basket, just as you say. Brown, nice pass to Lewis. Next star one end, next star the other end.
Southeast Melbourne Phoenix are giving the Breakers a steady diet of 4-out, middle ball screen, and play basketball out of it, and they're getting good shots.
Menenga being hassled by the best defender on the floor. PJC.
Good kick out.
Nice kick out. Menenga off the back iron. And the unlikeliest of suspects comes up with the O-board. 10 seconds on the clock. Nice pass to Baker.
Wow, that's great D. John Brown is an absolute monster on defense.
He's played a lot of basketball, and there's not many situations on the floor that he hasn't seen. Breakers to inbound. Nice pass to Baker. An easy finish.
And the Phoenix got themselves back in this game in that third quarter on the defensive end. They caused 8 turnovers that quarter by the Breakers. Some of those self-inflicted, but you got to credit the Phoenix defense.
Breakers open this second half with a flurry. Can't add to it there from Sobey.
Danger. Danger.
Cash, bottom of the net. 3 triples on the day for Baker.
Are you not convinced? Are you convinced, Felix, that in transition, who's better than Parker Jackson Cartwright after a miss? Incredible.
There is few better. The Tangerine timeout. Southeast Melbourne tries to work what they're doing. Right now, strong start here from the New Zealand Breakers. What do you do if you're Josh King? You can't take him back to the room. You can't live fire up him. Got to work out something to do. It's got to be an on-court switch, or is it just a little bit of a flurry there? You got to weather the storm.
You have to be able to. You hate to burn a timeout this early in the quarter, but you want to be able to get your players' attention. It's defensive transition, and then on the offensive end, Sobey took a no-pass offense and jacked a 3. All of a sudden, possessions like that, coupled with the defensive transition, you're going to find yourself, like we're looking at right now, down 8.
Well, we'll say the Breakers are one of the hardest teams to guard, mainly because of Parker Jackson Cartwright and his ability to just get in there and find the rebound.
There's a delay of game already. Let's move.
Parker Jackson Cartwright, 17 assists in the opener of the Ignite Cup on Wednesday. He's got 8 to his name.
Ready, Nick?
Rob Baker came into the game, Felix shooting 30% from 3. He's shooting 100% today. 3 out of 3.
Why didn't he do that before? That's Damon Lowry logic. Glover, left open. Much needed bucket there for Southeast Melbourne, goes awry. PJC,
there he is.
Deep into the paint. Such a tough matchup. That one rattles out. Foxwell. Lewis turns down the triple. Sobey's going to be the man on the offensive end to get him back into it. Foxwell left open in the corner. Cash.
Spark Arena. Shooter's gym.
Appears that way so far. PJC. Can't answer back. Foxwell out in transition. Phoenix have the numbers. Hunter. Nice finish. Sitting on 3 fouls. Had to sit out the back end of that third term. Does not want to pick up his 4th early in the 4th quarter here. Upstairs. PJC Menenga too easy.
On Foxwell gambling on Parker. Took himself completely out of the play.
Sobey likes the matchup with Menenga. Gets into the paint. Left-handed finishes no good, but Geordie Hunter back-to-back buckets.
I was talking about the Phoenix not having anybody in double figures other than Sobey. And Foxwell, and now the Breakers only have Sam Menenga on 25 and Rob Baker 14. Everybody else in single digits.
Brockington will draw the contact.
33.
The balance that both teams need to find is, yes, one-on-one you feel like you can take your man. But if the ball doesn't move, if you don't run any offense and the defense is only on defense for 4 seconds, it's going to lead to some transition work that you don't want.
As Brockington gets to the free throw line here, don't forget to download the new NBL app. It's absolutely flying. News that hits your phone first. You can get it all there. Stats, scores. I'm sure links to your Supercoach stuff in there as well.
Copy that.
The new NBL app. Scan that little QR code.
What do you reckon, Phoenix? First to 85 wins? First to 82? What do you reckon?
I would say 85. I think both these teams have got some decent scoring runs left in them. Glover from deep. Off the rim.
Wow, Karim dodged a bullet. This is danger. Oh, that's a charge.
The referee will disagree with you and call a block. It did look like he shuffled his feet at the last second there. And
Foxy almost picked it right.
tried to play the gamble. You pick which way he's going. He picked the right way. But PJC just a little too fast. Good defense overall there for Foxwell. You'll take that gamble every day of the week. He's got such a challenge here, which, Damon, my pet peeve.
You and mine both. In a 4-point game with 6 minutes to go.
A block charge call where you can go either way. There's a lot of grey area. I always think the referee, as I would as well, will fall back to what they've originally called. But
if successful, or if not successful, this would be.
What do you think here?
Foxwell's. I think he was moving.
It did look like he was moving. It didn't look like PJC dipped the shoulder, which maybe is what Josh King is relying on.
Don't think Foxy was quite set. Yes, he took it pretty much in the chest, but I don't think he was set.
It's a 50-50 call.
Why gamble? Although actually a 50-50 is a great gamble. Who am I telling?
Hey, I think it's well documented I'm a betting man, so I'll take the 50-50. Thank you very much. And as expected, the Amy Coaches Challenge looks like it's going to be unsuccessful.
No good, no bueno.
It's a tough one to take at that stage in the game.
The challenge is unsuccessful.
Josh King, a far better coach than I ever would be.
Foxwell never had LGP and slides under lane.
But the pet peeve is that block charge call, because
Here we go, guys.
you can go either way on a vast majority of them.
And the camera 4 angle gonna bust you every time.
Yeah, you got late.
Just a little late.
That's the problem, is the NBL broadcast gets better and better every year. All thanks to Jam TV. We've got camera angles that we've never seen before that maybe the coaches didn't think were there. New Zealand to inbound, 4-point lead, plenty of time to go. New Zealand looking to string back-to-back wins together. Lopez looked like he had the spin open if he could keep control of the ball.
But here's what I'm talking about, Phoenix. Karim, you can see he wants to be a perimeter player.